all right. So I had a perfect video going, and then it always happens. My daughter's napping, which I have her in the video, but the cat decides to wake up and meow. So this video is what I'm personally doing, and then I'll do another video of what friends are doing, male and female. So again, I just forgot to do it. But I'm trying to be eco-friendly. I didn't want to print off on the paper, so I'm looking on the iMac. So yeah, I'm squinting because I'm old. So the GW that I'm doing for my buddy is 15 mgs a pill, which if you research is 10 mgs is everybody else's. And then I'm doing a combo stack, which the GW, is it Cardarine, whatever? I don't know, Cardarine. I'm going to say Cardarine, I really don't care, because I've just got that in my head. So GW is 20 mgs per pill, oof, with a SR9009 at 12.5 mgs, and ALCAR at, is that 20 mgs? So far, absolutely phenomenal results. And I've, gotta watch what I say, I've tried a lot of things through the years. So, and the only thing, I guess this helped us since I redo this video. You know, of course, my endocrinologist, you know, I'm doing only 200 mgs of enanthate every 10 days. And I just got my blood work. I'm actually going to do that because my estrogen is through the roof. Of course, get take-ups. That'll be next video too. So, here's my, I guess I have to do a disclaimer that not a doctor, it's experimental stuff, it's not for human consumption, blah blah blah. So I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I think the people that, well, I'm sure hopefully there'll be a lot of new people watching this. So my genetics, you know, I'm 45. I was just told by when I got my blood work, the girls there, that, oh, you look like you're 35 years old. Get that all the time. It makes me happy. But to jump ship on this, the GW, the boost of energy, just feel good. I'm feeling like I'm 30 years old again. So just that is worth, shit, if it keeps getting like this, I mean, easily $1,000 a month I'd spend on this crap. So I do not have the genetics to be shredded. My genetics are like I think I'm under 260. I lost like 10 pounds since I started it in the last 2 weeks. My genetics are not to be shredded. If they are, I would not have a belly. I'd be shredded all year round. My genetics are to be walking around, even at my old age, I could walk around 280, over 300 pounds. 10% would be pushing at 12-15% body fat, which very few people can do. Just like very few people can walk around at any size shredded to the bone. And what I mean shredded is pre-contest. Kind of like how a lot of guys, maybe like Gary Stridham used to be back in the day, or Dennis Newman, or, you know, anyway. But what I wanted to say on a side note, which really pisses me off, one of the few things in life that get me is, you know, you're in the gym or whatever, and some little fucking idiot comes up to you and goes, bro, if you just like did some fasted cardio and did this and did that, bro, you'd be like shredded because you're like pretty big and all that. And now this is a fucking idiot's like 135 pounds, 150 pounds. So, I mean, yeah, when you're that tiny, it's easy to be shredded. You shouldn't be fat all year round. When I was like almost 6'1", I was racing motorcycles, sopping wet at 155 pounds. Of course I was shredded. I had zero muscle on me. Even when I competed in high school at 188 pounds on stage, which is pretty damn big. Back then it wasn't, but nowadays that's like a pro bodybuilder being a teenager that big. I'd have striations in my shoulders, striations in my triceps, chest, veins popping out everywhere. You know, I had almost 30-inch quads, 18.5-inch calves, shredded. But guess what? My abs are hardly visible. Genetics. And I have a, what she calls herself a Latina because she was in Colombia. So she would have abs when she would compete. This one girl, I'll never forget it, the best story ever. She'd have abs when she'd compete, even in off season. She'd have abs. But even on stage, she'd have like these fat, disgusting legs and cellulite sticking out everywhere. She couldn't get lean. She just looked like, oh God, she looked disgusting. And she's stepping on stage, but she had a killer set of abs. Genetics, and that's what we talk about all the time. And I was just watching a thing on Dennis James talking about fullness, and that's the only side of hard thing I'm noticing with this. So now I'll get into when I'm really noticing it. I'm normally filled out all the time, get an easy pump without taking any supplements, no pre-workouts, you know, no beta, no citrulline, nothing, agamine, none of that. I mean, I take it, but I don't need it. So what I noticed, because it's only been 2 weeks, and I don't expect anything to work. I've been doing all this stuff forever, but I actually noticed the first day. So what I noticed was, what I don't do is carbs. I just don't like them. I just don't like them. I primarily just eat now about 2 to 3 pounds, mainly Wagyu, which I sell, it's a plug, and so just say 2 to 3 pounds of meat a day, very little carbs. Yeah, I just had a little bit of a soda, whatever. Orange juice recently, and I hope the cat doesn't interrupt me again. But normally what I'll do is in the afternoon, is just have a little bit of sweet tea, and that's my sugar, you know, 30, 50 grams of sugar. There's my carbs, I guess, too. That's, again, I do very, very few carbs, so I've had to uptake, that's the proper word, my carbs with this. Basically, I had to actually start consuming some carbs with it. I'm doing pasta. I hate rice, even though my wife's Chinese. Yeah, it's stereotyping being racist or whatever. She even hates rice. I don't know. I just, because there's no, it's just a useless food. There's just no nutrients in it whatsoever. So I noticed it needs glucose, some type of sugar or carbs with it. And again, what this is really hard to figure out is not many people are on it. And, you know, I hate doing the internet search. I did YouTube with the Dr. Anabolic or whatever. Is that his name? Or, you know, trying to read some legit people. But one thing I did figure out from a legit, I'll just say chemist friend of mine, is he recommended 5 weeks max and then take at least 1 week off. I'm going to take 2 weeks off. So that is not what I'm telling you to do. That's just something he told me I should do. You got to experiment with it, because he says, I said, what about like 1 week on, 1 week off, like a lot of people that I know that did clem, or 2 weeks on, a week off. He goes, no, just do it for 4 to 5 weeks. 6 weeks is really pushing it. You're just going to completely shut down, and then take at least 1 week off. So again, I'll be doing 5 weeks on, which the pills, depends on what I want to take, but anyway, usually about a month's supply. So I'll just be doing that 5 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And the other thing I noticed right away that a lot of my friends noticed is a nice boost of energy. And now, I don't know if I said this, so I totally apologize if I'm saying this again, because I said I had to redo the video because the cat interrupted. I know I look 35. Got my blood work done, which all my estrogen is through the roof. Another video. The girls at the blood banks, you know, you look like you're 35 years old. Can't believe you're 45. So on this, I'm feeling like I'm 30. It's a nice boost of energy, not like a pre-workout, you know, stim, you know, wired like you're on fucking crack, but a nice just boost. I feel like I'm 30 years old. You know, you take, you're more alert, cognitive. Oh, and another disclaimer, I'm super sensitive to supplements, even like normal like supplements that I sell. Super sensitive, which is good because I don't need much. So except for like the oxys, man, I hurt my hand the other day with the log press. Fuck. Now, when I had surgery, like my nose or whatever, I mean, I can OD on oxy, and it doesn't do anything like the Novocaine. So I know it has nothing to do with this video, but I'm just telling you a little bit more about myself. So think I forgot this. So the dosages I'm doing pretty high. I'm normally doing around 30 to 40 of the Cardarine, which is higher than I guess the internet's telling you to do. Again, you know, most of the GWs are 10 a day, and they're telling you to do 10 or 20 megs a day. I guess, you know, if you're tiny or a girl, you know, say at low hundreds or whatever, I guess I'd probably do like, be doing 1 pill a day. But I figure some 260, you know, everything's always recommended higher dosages. So, as far as for body fat, I actually started lifting again, which you can see in the videos. So body fat is dropping. I have not gotten it tested because of stupid COVID. I don't even know of any supplement stores. We have very little in Central Florida. So I know there's like 1 or 2 that had a body fat machine. And I just remember there is a gym down the street, but I don't even know if they're even still open after the shutdowns, because, you know, everything's going out of business with this stupid COVID. So I will check my body fat, which I should have done in the beginning, but I can look at myself and say, I know I was well over 15% body fat, and I'm below 15 because everything is dropping pretty good, and it's only been 2 weeks. So again, the most important thing is I feel better, you know, just to boost energy, so I'm not having to drink all the drinks, pop the pre-workout so much. And right there, you know, that's an awesome thing. So even forking out, I think this is well worth, I mean, well over $100 a month. Because with normal diet pills costing that I sell for 50, 60 bucks, this is easily worth $100 a month. So this is week 2. I'm sure this is probably a 15-minute video, so most of you have probably already fallen asleep. So product is absolutely awesome. I'd easily sell this for 150 bucks, and then everybody be paying for it because it's just freaking awesome. So I'll be back probably next week to give you a third week update.